Hey everyone. How's it going? Happy Tuesday. Hello to Florida man, Maxim Rodfather, the GOAT, the actual Fishslayer himself in chat. Alex Poster. How's everyone going? How's everyone doing? Hope your week is gone well so far. You know, sometimes the AI music hits just right. Sometimes that royalty-free music just hits just all the right notes. But we're not here to talk about music today. That's for the DJs. That's for Everlook Broadcasting DJs. Speaking of which, if you don't care to palaver, to chat about all my stupid news things that I obsessively talk about, might I suggest, turn me off. Go turn on Everlook Broadcast Radio, because right now, Crustman, DJ Crustman, right now, is live also on Everlook Broadcasting. I believe the name of his show was Groovin' in the Graveyard. That is also on Nordinar, where I normally base all of my streams on as a longtime Nordinar resident. So, you know, if you're just coming to hang out for a little bit, that's fine. But if you're looking for where the party's happening, I might suggest to go over to Darkshire. Go check it out. Go hear a good set. Rude. Who was that? I hope you know where I am, Maxim. I made it pretty clear. Telebim Isle on Nordinar. You can see it right over there. But you know what? This is a news catch-up. We got some stuff to go over. Some new fresh info dropped about what's going on in Nightmares of Ursal. So we're going to cover that. We're going to talk about last night's very special Emerald Sanctum opening for Ambershire. I won't say I got the inside scoop, but I've dug up enough information to get a full picture of what happened. If you're at all curious, it is one of the most turtle things of all time. I'm going to tell you that right now. And then we have a couple other assorted stories. And then I guess we can see where the evening takes us. But for right now, the fish are biting. It was a very turtle moment. Let's see. No, I don't want that one. No, not that one yet. Oh no, catch the fish, catch the fish. Oh, did I miss the fish? I might have missed the fish. All right, so we'll start this off the only way I know how to, which is chronologically. We had, it says March 2nd, but for North America, it was really the first of the month when this note dropped from Jamie. It was announced in the Turtle Discord, and it was posted on the forums, as much of their stuff is. So, the much sought after, long sought after, and long hinted at PvP improvements, adjustments, content stuff that is coming. Now, longtime turtle enthusiasts like myself will know that this has been in the works for a while. I think announced as early as, I want to say, late 2024, early 2025. I can't remember exactly which roadmap had PvP adjustments coming, but they're here. And you know, whether you are a like a crazy battleground guy, or you are just a casual, someone who just occasionally queues up for them, this is going to have a pretty big impact. If you don't like PvP at all, like me, you're probably like, cool. But that being said, I think it might genuinely help garner some interest in PvP, because like for someone like me, part of the interest is that like it's just people trying to rank and just raffle stomping each other. It's not that fun for people that have just been playing the same battlegrounds for like, you know, decades. Granted, we had Sunnyglade Valley, but very few people enjoyed it or tried it, and even then it just felt like another battleground, you know? So starting off, Jamie was wise to put the most impactful things right on top. So I actually had to ask Murag about this, I remember, because I'm like, so the way it's worded is the old 2-tiered PvP armor set rewards will be sunset. So if you know anything about PvP gear, right, it's essentially class-ish locked, kind of. It's class locked, right? And there's 2 sets. You have your rare set, and then your blue set and your purple set. And that is how it was in vanilla for a long time. Long time. And, I mean, it's been the same way in Northern same way in Telebim. Now, these 2 sets, I guess, are going to officially be sunset, which is corporate speak for killed and thrown into a corner and then forgotten about and banished. What it really means for players is this stuff's going to become obsolete compared to the stuff that it shares tiers with. So just talking about this broadly, I do want to point out a couple things. You'll see here this like item level, right? Turtle WoW internally has essentially a formula for calculating how strong items are, how effective they are, how much of an impact they have in game. I know Dragonovi's talked a little bit about the formula. I don't know if it's been made like perfectly transparent exactly how that works, but the reason I'm highlighting these numbers is because I believe 71 is like kind of Molten Core-ish. 77's kind of BWL-ish. And 92, you see that's a pretty big jump in numbers. I think that's roughly like High Nax Kara 40-ish. Roughly, mind you. And again, the number doesn't matter nearly as much as the player using the gear. And there's going to be, I'm imagining, different set bonuses. So a lot of things are not going to be like, well, this is a 92 point, and then it has a terrible set bonus, and you're like, eh. Anyway, so there's going to be 3 sets. I think that's going to have a big impact. Now, one other thing is it does say here too, the old PvP weapons will remain the same with the addition of an extra 2 tiers under the current ones. So if you recall, I think it was like the last patch, they actually buffed the PvP weapons a little bit. So they didn't need to sunset. I'm sorry. I was just thinking, like, what if they stopped calling it honorable kills and they just call it honorable sunsets? Oh, 67 is the MC tier? Okay, so 71's BWL then, and then 77's like AQ 40-ish. All right. All right, what else we got here? They say various new offset pieces and miscellaneous items will be attainable through various PvP events. And they say, see below, and we're going to get into it. There's new mechanics that I think are going to be very interesting. Now, this one right here, I think, flat out, is going to be, like, the big deal. Let me just show something off real quick, right? Here we have Vrograg. I am not an avid PvPer. I'm not even, like, a casual PvPer. I've, like... In the same way that sparkling water that says it's orange flavor is orange, I am a PvPer. So, let's go take a look at my PvP tab. Let me just blow the dust off of it. I have been on this server since late 2021. I've played with Vrograg since early 2022, okay? I have 343 honorable kills. I have first sergeant. Several patches ago, when they first did the changes with how rank decay was going to work, they essentially reassigned some stuff, and they just gave people ranks based on, like, I don't know what the math was on that. It was super generous. Saying I should be a first sergeant, though, is, I'm like, you sure about that? Okay. I never got that high of a rank. But I digress. The reason this matters, though, and now we're going to go back over to what this patch note says. All right, so the ways of gaining honor remain the same. All right, so far so good. Honor gained will be credited to players immediately. This is already a gigantic change. Now, I think widely this will be considered a good thing. Waiting for like weekly reset is always just been weird. So this is a much more modern approach, I would argue. They also mention here, honor gain. This also implies that you will no longer be fighting for your spot to gain honor RP based on weekly standings. When they say RP here, they're already mentioning rank points, although they haven't really addressed rank points, but that's what they mean. So honor isn't just for ranking, though, now. It's now a currency. You use a currency to get gear. And now honor is not just... You don't get the rank to then buy the gear. You get the honor to buy the gear. And then there's going to be ranking points. We'll talk about that in a second. All right, so... Where were we? It says honor gains throughout all activities that grant honor will be reduced to 10% of previous values. It seems like a little bit of a number crunching thing. I'm sure there's a reason for it. Cost of honor for the aforementioned items and gear will reflect the new gains as well. So again, this is just a across the board number crunch they're doing to make the system not have more zeros than it needs to. Hold on a second. All right. Where was I? Okay. Trying to fish and do the news is tough, guys. Honor gains will be capped at 20,000 honor per week, resetting every weekly maintenance. So, remember, they just said it's going to be crunched by 10% of previous values. So essentially, if you care about honor and things like that, think of this as the honor per week cap would be 200,000 essentially. So if you have like in your head of where that cap might be, that might help you kind of understand. That's still a ton of honor, by the way. That's a lot, but I do appreciate that they put a little dev note in there. As some players were gaining hundreds of thousands of honor a week, the above change is simply to keep numbers in line and purely a visual change. So they let you know what's going on. So here we get into some of the really... So, like, the stuff we just touched upon, that's not, like, too foreign for most players. But the way they're doing PvP ranks is pretty different, I would argue. PvP ranks remain in the game. Every time you would gain honor, you also gain a portion of that as rank points. So, honor is still going to be tied to your rank. So it's not like they've completely broken the two anymore. Rank points are immediately credited as well. Having enough rank points immediately promotes you to a higher rank. Does this mean that they are getting rid of the weird way ranks are done? Is it just going to be like a you need this many rank points to get to this rank, and it's just like a static number? I would say maybe not. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they made it completely clear here. Maybe some people who really have been talking to PvP crowds might know. But I'm thinking they've changed something in the sauce with how to rank up. Rank points are not capped. Most PvP rewards that can be bought for honor will also have a rank requirement, so that's still like vanilla. Buying these items will not consume or drop your rank. So, you know, you can imagine a world where you need to buy an item with a bunch of honor, which is now a currency, and then you buy it, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, does that make me lose rank points? No, that's clearly not what's happening here. All right, so now just when you like, you can kind of wrap your head around that, they go and throw another curveball. Now they're talking about conquest points. And they even started by saying some of the strongest PvP rewards will, on top of requiring a specific PvP rank and an honor cost, have a conquest point cost. This is the part that gets me, the more casual PvPer, a lot more interested. And yes, I do appreciate the fact... who is fishing with me here? Oh, Magroth? Magroth called them cock points. I mean, technically true. So the ways you get these, because this seems like a separate currency, almost like a accessory currency. I think the theming around it is that like the more immersive, more thematic parts of war, rather than just these conceits of battlegrounds, are where you earn them. So arena ranking, this is still a part that they're going to be doing weekly, but I think that has to do with the ranked arena, how that works. But your ranking on arena will give you conquest points, as well as world PvP events, and then the call to arms battleground. If you don't know what that is, if you ever walk around a city and you just see some people with tabards you don't recognize that are trying to get you to go to a battleground, that is the current call to arms battleground. That's what you know is your the battleground du jour. What's today's battleground, essentially. So this would encourage people still to do their battleground for the day, whatever it is. Excuse me a second. Alright, sorry about that. This doesn't seem too crazy. I think it's a nice way to at least theme stuff around and just not make the entirety of how they're doing the system, just honor points. It's not completely linear. You have to do other things as well. I kind of like that, especially if it gives a carrot to doing these new world PvP events they're designing, and we'll talk about that in a second. So, for the old heads like myself, but primarily to people that have done many battlegrounds before in the old system, this particular passage is going to be very relevant to what's going on for you. To streamline the process of going from the old system to the new system, the following actions will be taken. Players keep their current PvP rank. It will not be reset. That's good. I never deserved First Sergeant, but I got it. That's cool. I don't have to fight for it again. Based on their PvP rank before the new system, players will gain a one-time honor point bonus upon the launch of the new system. So, what that means is, I'm imagining, they take a look at your rank, right? In Vrograg's case, hey, you were First Sergeant. We don't know exactly where you were at in the climb or whatever, but we're just going to give you a bump of honor. You can spend that how you want. For most people like me, I'm just going to be like, cool. Maybe I'll go to like one of the vendors and see if there's anything worthwhile buying, but I'll just check it out. For a lot of people, especially the people that have ranked, this is going to be pretty impactful. So really pay attention during that first week. The old PvP gear sets will no longer be obtainable. Do be aware, though, you can still wear them. Nothing's going to stop you from wearing them. It just, from this note, it seems like they're going to be more obsoleted. So you will still, if you're a transmog enthusiast, you're still going to be able to wear these and enjoy the visuals of them. So take that with you wherever you go. Some of those looks are cool. I don't know if this means that we're getting like new redesigns on PvP gear. I think if we were, they probably would have teased it more, so I wouldn't expect something crazy. So, the thing is that there are currently 2 sets, and they said there's going to be 3 sets, and there's probably going to be a way to differentiate them. I don't know if there's going to be like a recolor option or something like that, or what's going to change them. So we'll see. New models would be crazy. I wouldn't put it past the team, but it's a lot. Like, I'm not saying the team won't ever do it. I'm just saying generally what the team does with stuff like this is that they would advertise the fact that they have done this. And I don't think that's crazy to say. Hello, Rao Kangren. I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well as well. So, all right. That does it for the what's going to happen to the old people that have ranked up. They do mention here PvP dampening. If you don't know what that is, they essentially applied like a broad damage, healing, and mitigation debuff to everyone in battlegrounds. I don't know if it was in world PvP as well. I genuinely don't know. This was to make fights last a little longer, especially in places like Northernar, where you can have super bursty caster classes that are just like geared to the nines, and they can kill you in a couple globals. It wasn't making for interesting counterplay when it was just a matter of stuff like latency and if you press the button quicker. So I understand that was the original push behind just the broad dampening. Many people in the PvP community did push back on that and said this is sort of ham-fisted because some things need dampening and some things don't, right? And it does seem like with this part of the announcement here, the team is going to do an a la carte dampening. So certain things that need to be tuned down, like specific spells, parts of certain specializations, those things are going to get dampened, while maybe others might not. It says here, we'll now have dynamic reductions of magical and physical damage based on your class spec instead of a flat number for all classes. We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't have a dog in this fight, but I do understand and respect PvPers, and I know the original dampening rollout was a little controversial. So hopefully this might allow the team to kind of stick to their guns and figure out a way for it to work. Rated arena restrictions. Note that with the start of the new system, we will also restrict some of the strongest cooldowns that players have access to in arenas. Please stay tuned for an inclusive list, everything restricted in the near future. So, it's not, I mean, if you've played WoW long enough, I'm sure you know what very strong cooldowns are, right? Most classes have something that's kind of bananas to be able to use on every arena. And this is going to be a big deal for certain classes, certain specs. Not having access to these all the time is going to be pretty impactful, especially for something like arena. But that's generally what that's pointed towards. Like, I think this doesn't make a difference, but for like a shaman, elemental mastery, in the old days, it used to be very impactful, right? Because it guaranteed you a crit. Nowadays, it doesn't guarantee you crit, just it does scaling for you. Still impactful, mind you. But, you know, something like that cooldown would make a big deal in arenas. And something like, for instance, like a Warrior's Retaliate would be very impactful. Rogues have a lot of cooldowns. Adrenaline Rush is a big one. I know they have a couple other pretty nifty ones over in Subtlety as well. I think that's what this is addressing. So I don't know how that's going to roll out, but it does seem like they are taking that into account. All right, so as previously shown in our main post here, Thorn Gorge is coming to Turtle WoW. Defeat foes and defend bases to lead your team to victory. So for those who don't remember, this was meant to be like an Eye of the Storm-like battleground. To the untrained, I mean, even I can say, I look at that and go, that's Eye of the Storm. Even I've played Eye of the Storm. I know what this is. I don't know if we've seen a full breakdown of what it looks like quite yet. But, not there, not there. Oh, did it just bring me right there? There, hold on, let's go back. Sunny Glade Valley is getting mothballed. It's not getting sunsetted, it's getting mothballed. Remember, sunset means killed, and mothballed means they're going to put it back in the shop. It will be disabled upon the rollout of the system while we update the battleground to better reflect our current standards. It's really a shame just because I always respect when developers and designers try something. Even if it doesn't quite hit the mark, I still respect the effort. And then the final part of the big PvP post is various new PvP world events will take place throughout Azeroth. Assault your enemy faction base and defend your own in South Shore versus Terran Mill, and say another event happening in Redwall Keep. So, it says here that these things are going to have exclusive rewards and offset pieces that you can get for some honor and conquest points. If you don't know about some of this, what was the search I just did? I think it was Thorn Gorge. All right, so in the main post of the patch. So remember, you're just looking at this. This is Eye of the Storm, right? They don't say much more about it. I do want to show you guys. I mean, I think most of you know where Terran Mill and Zalshar are. You may not know where Redwall Keep is. Let me just show you here on the map. So we have to go over to... It is in Red Ridge Mountains. So right... It's like right on the edge of the map. Somewhere around... I think it's somewhere around here. It might not be showing right now as a subzone, but over here is where that keep will be. We can... I think I've been there once or twice on stream, just exploring around. We can go take a look at it too if anyone's particularly curious. But it's essentially, it's a building that the Turtle team had like put in the game. And it wasn't like a guild base. It's just been like there, and no one's quite sure what it's supposed to be doing. But it's been there for a while. So you can definitely check it out. Oh yeah, Nighty. Maybe when my fishing boat runs out, we'll go take a look, and we'll take a good gander at what that place is. Okay, and of course, the other big headline news story from today was it came from last night. It culminated in an announcement that just came out a few hours ago. Here it is. Hello, everyone. Several hours ago. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. So that was local time 12 for me. So 12 plus 3. It was about... Oh, I think I might have this. Hold on, let me get the actual details. I think I can tell you the exact time that it started getting posted. So I have the documents of I want to say that would have been at 10:15 in my time. So yeah, so at about 11 p.m. Eastern, is when on Ambershire they got a little announcement. Let me see. Should probably be able to throw that up. I can throw it up, but it's a very small image, but I still want to show people what it looked like because it's funny. Also, when you see announcements like this, like from the server itself, I'm going to tell you that it just looks like important and official, and I know like the lizard brain part's like, oh! Here, let's see. This is what people were met with. Yeah. So Ambershire started flipping out. And I say this because this was not planned. This part of that phase was meant to be rolled out alongside BWL. Just to catch people up, they were already supposed to have BWL, but they had asked the community in some sort of a community poll, hey, do you want, old BWL, and then the patch is going to come out, and then you get new BWL? And so what they worked on was some kind of a hybrid compromise. I think they have ZG right now. But this was not part of the deal. And Ambershire kind of went nuts for a little bit, as you might expect. Which then, led to this. So I'm just... Turtle Team, I love you. I know you guys are super busy right now, okay? But, essentially what is 1 o'clock my time from 11 p.m. the previous day, that's about 13 hours. That's a long time to get like an official announcement or notice about what happened. I know you guys have to sleep. That's fair. That's warranted. I'm not dogging on you for that. But probably the hardest part of this was the big communication breakdown that happened. Is that GMs and community helpers, they weren't expecting this, and neither were the Ambershire people. So they didn't know how to react. They didn't know what to do about people that went and cleared Emerald Sanctum like immediately while it just opened. Their server first for Emerald Sanctum was just people who were there at the right time. So it was a lot of frustration for the community and the team, I think, because from what I understand from some chats I've seen, some internal documents, genuinely this was something that like they had left scheduled as part of the Ambershire, like they have like scripts that run that say, hey, when this date happens, do this thing, right? They just forgot to disable this, and it just happened. So yeah, that's kind of it's embarrassing for them, right? And I think they're well aware of that, but the community was quite confused, and rightfully so. So currently, as you can see from the rest of this announcement, while this was not intended, we've assessed the situation. Which I always feel like when someone from the Turtle team says that, it feels like we observed the dumpster fire that just occurred, and we've decided to not put it out and just warm ourselves by it. And I mean that with all love and respect. But sometimes you're like, damn, we can't do like a 10-hour rollback. Well, I guess it's staying. And decide, since the raid only contains one boss, which isn't true, there's actually two bosses, but I digress. That is minutia. That is me being me. Like, I get it, but come on, there are two bosses in Emerald Sanctum. Let's not mince words. And there's no first kill race, which is like, first kill races are just arbitrary anyway. Anyone that wants to race to be the first that does it just does it. So like, who decides that? I think the community decides that. It's not like an officially supported or recognized one by the team, perhaps, but I mean, all I'm saying is there definitely was reason to want to be the first person to clear, or the first team. Excuse me. It's very dry this time of year. I'm coughing up a storm. Not sick though, promise. All right, so I see Nighty Wow saying, Mr. Sirik saying, my Amber Guild was scrambling to find people who got the attune. Yeah, like, can you guys already do the attunement? Because like, if you can do the attunement, I'm surprised none of you have, but I'll get into some of my commentary later about this. You guys have it easy. We will be keeping Emerald Sanctum open. Now, keen observers would see that this server announcement wasn't just Emerald Sanctum. It also involved Clicora. I'm assuming Clicora is still open then. I think there was some chat about people wanting to do it. I mean, Clicora, that one is not the biggest deal. It's a fun boss. It's a fishing boss. And you need to be able to do ZG to be able to do it. But and they did apologize, right? So, I mean, credit to them for doing that. Clicora was out. All right. So yeah. I mean, it's a tough situation. The thing is that I know also for a fact that the Turtle team is spending a lot of their time right now getting that patch out. So when something like this happens, they don't really have the emotional or mental real estate to deal with fires as nimbly and as quickly. So, you know, I'm giving the team a good deal of latitude with sort of what happened here. It is what it is. It's also not like the end of the world. I will say, though, that objectively, there's like a couple issues, right? Is that Emerald Sanctum gear strength is like BWL plus. Granted, BWL is getting a bunch of adjustments too, so maybe it won't be as impactful, but there's a lot here to sort of sift through. I don't think it's going to upset things too much, right? We do have some sort of word, or I think it was some. Actually, let me see if I think I can actually find this one too, because I don't want to make it seem like I just pulled this out of my butt for when we're going to have the patch, because everyone wants to know when it's going to happen, right? That's not controversial to say. What I'm trying to convey, though, is that the team has soft confirmed that it's happening this month. And here's where that is. Ooh, lovely artwork. That just dropped. Cool. All right, so right here it says, would like to reiterate the current state of Ambershire phase release. They're saying, hey, we're going to wait for the new BWL to drop. We didn't want to release BWL with a fresh realm where guilds are still competing. Phase 5 was scheduled to release on February 27th. After a poll, we talked about the poll part. Phase 5 will be released upon patch somewhere in March, right? So this is our soft confirm that it's happening this month. So, in light of all the other stuff we just talked about with this big oopsie, this means calendar-wise, there's like maybe 3 more lockouts left of Emerald Sanctum. So yeah, it's not like everyone's going to have everything they need out of Emerald Sanctum going into BWL. So fair enough. Sirik, you were absolutely right about that. I thought it was wild that they left Keraten open and had that compete with Molten Core stuff, because yeah, you're absolutely right. Like the Anastarian's Legacy for melee, if you're using swords, you're like, what even comes close to that in Molten Core? There's not as much gear, but I mean, and I know you guys don't have Thunder Fury yet because you don't have BWL, so you see what I'm saying? So yeah, it was a bit of a kerfuffle, but they made it through. I think things will be okay. I was making allusions before that the Abershire players have it easy compared to what Nordinar dealt with for Emerald Sanctum attunement. Let me see if I can bring that up as well. Trying to think of how. All right, so let's get one of these bad boys here. So you need like the gemstone of. Is it this one? Yes. All right. So to do this, you have to do a quest chain, right, into the dream. So starting off, you have to listen to a story. You have to get 3 nightmare effigies. You have to bring these 3 items. One's from like elites in Ashara. I don't remember one of them. I know one of them comes from an elite in Dire Maul West. You just kind of got to kind of wander around. You have to bring that stuff in an overloaded arcane prism for the next step. And you have to wait until the thing's finished. And then you have to go back and then kill a different dragon to get in. Now, here's something. Arcanite Rod. You see how this... See how this requires 3 Arcanite bars? This used to be part of the attunement. I am not kidding. I am not gaslighting you. This literally was part of the attunement. They removed it at some point. Hey, Ambershire, what do you think happened to our Arcanite market when Emerald Sanctum dropped? What do you think? So Cyric, yes, you could, but remember that, like, I'll not to bring the point home too much, right? So, but if we look over on Ambershire, right? Arcanite bar. Okay, yeah, you can totally get it done. It's not that expensive. Now imagine the entirety of your not entirety. Let's just generously say 1/3 of all the players on your server all needed 3 Arcanite bars, like at once. I want you to look me straight in the eye. Do you think this price would stay the same? Because I can tell you what happened to Nordinar. It did not. It certainly did not. What if I can bring up some of the ancient lore? I think I can. Give me a second. So my database of all the market data I collect over time, I had to make a stop and start a new one for the New Year's, but I have the old data still. So if I do, yeah, that should work. Okay. Arcanite bar. Now this says today's date, but it doesn't. It goes to like December 31st. I tracked it for a while, so I'm going to go all the way back to let's do January 2024. I think we should have data from them. Let me show you what happened to Arcanite. Could you take a guess? Could you take a wild guess on when Emerald Sanctum released? You see this? You see this part right here? You see this? That's when it released. Yep. It was like mid-October 2024. It got real high real quick. Hello, DJ Shield. Hey, everyone, say hi to DJ Shield, who's in chat right now. Hello, Shield. I'm regaling some of the Ambershire folk with I'm commiserating with, hey, you know, I know they kind of borked how your guys' release was for Emerald Sanctum, but, you know, hey, at least you didn't need to have an Arcanite Rod as part of your attunement. And, you know, hopefully in time, the Ambershire community will slowly learn what many of the veteran Nordinar players know, which is that you're not dealing with a Blizzard. You're not dealing with a Fortune 500 company. You're dealing with people that make mistakes, and it happens. And it's okay. It's okay when it happens. It's not a big deal. If there's something quite disastrous, they'll do their best to fix it. And so I always remind people to be friendly, be kind, be courteous. Remember, some people are just volunteers. Some people, you know, do it for the love of the game. So bear that in mind in all your interactions when dealing with stuff like this. Let's see. So I also wanted to talk about, and Sheil, I'm glad you're here actually, because the other thing I wanted to talk about was you will hear my voice once again on the radio. After a long news hiatus, I went back to making the news. So if you listen to Everlook Radio, right now you're going to hear DJ Crustman. But when it's back to regular programming, my weekly news is back in the mix. And I actually want to thank Sheil, who gave me an extra little kick in the butt to get it going. I was tagged in the Everlook Radio Discord, which you can join. I do not remember the URL, but I guarantee you it's posted somewhere. But I got tagged in there because Sheil, I think, made a change.org petition to bring the news org back. I was like, what? Could you imagine? First off, it is a little nerve-wracking to just be like, see your name and then see like a change.org. You're like, what did I do? So Sheil, thank you for the encouragement. But we're back in action. We're back in the saddle again. It was very sweet of you. And yeah, you know, it's good to take a break, right? I think we can all agree we don't want anyone to get burnt out, whether you're playing the game, whether you're making content, whatever you're doing, right? And at least for like the last month, I've been helping to take care of Murag. She's recovering from a surgery. So it's been hard to like get back into the rhythm of the things, but Murag's recently going back to work again. I can kind of get back into my rhythm. And so we're back. I'll be attempting to do weekly news. Once again, you will hear my pre-recorded news segments on the radio. And, you know, after I do all that research for the radio news, you'll probably see me days later, like today, talking about all of the stuff I looked into. And so we can dissect it and talk about it. I am curious. So I wonder what the price has been for Arcanite for the last month for you guys on Ambershire. That's not bad. It's expensive, but it's not wild. I bet you there's like teams that are collecting just for the purposes of prepping for Thunder Fury, right? Because you you need Elementium ingots, right, to do Thunder Fury. So you could have both bindings conceivably right now, but what you're waiting on is the Elementium ingots. Is that right? Yeah. I'll try to type that and pin that. Give me a second, Sheil. The fish are calling to me. tinyurl.com/Everlook broadcasting. Will that actually convert itself into? No, that doesn't. That didn't change itself into a HTTPS. Did that change itself into a link? That did. Did that work? It did. Yep. Okay. Now I could pin this. I'll put one over in Twitch chat as well. So, the reason I am pinning that, though, if you listen to radio, you like taking part in the radio community, you can listen to the radio wherever you go from that Discord. I've used it a few times. It works great. You can also interact with world chats from, like, not a in-game world chat, let me be clear. But they have a world chat channel where you can talk to people from Telebim and Ambershire, you know, about music you like, that kind of stuff. It's a good, friendly community. I love to see communities make communities. It's a good thing. Oh, yeah. And yesterday during Dan's show, I was grilling him about random lore topics. That was a good time. I miss getting to do a podcast with Dan. I really do. We had good times with those. I have no idea how many fish I've caught or what I've caught for fish. All right. I haven't looked yet. I'm curious, how many barnacle-encrusted keys do you guys think I have in my bags? I have not looked at my bags. I have not looked at any of the data. Judging covers. For the new patch, smile. Thank you very much for the super chat. Excited for the new patch? How could you not be? Also, I have no idea if you guys can hear hear the alerts. They always play twice on my stream, and I never figured out why. Maybe because I have no idea what I'm doing as far as streaming. But I think it was very generous. Of course I'm excited for the new patch. Of course I am. I'm excited for every patch. I'm still trying to weasel my way to get some private test realm access from the team so I can test out some stuff and like give them some feedback, but oh, good. So can you hear it both times, Shield? Because it keeps happening to me. If you're looking for where I am, by the way, on Telebim, I'm out here. When this boat wraps up, which should be pretty soon, actually, we are going to take a field trip. We're going to start by checking out the fortress that we talked about for the World PvP event, just to check that out, because not many people know where that is. Oh, I like the Tauren focus as well. I think, well, anytime you're essentially introducing like a faith system into the Tauren, and it's going to be the Turtle team really stretching their legs narratively, creatively, as someone who's a writer myself and like a big fan of world building. I'm salivating to see what they cook up, you know? I say that knowing that I've been told to my face exactly what it is, but fortunately, my thick orc skull information doesn't stick in there for very long, so I've been told by the people that have written it. And then I'm like, that sounds so cool. And then months go by, I'm like, oh crap, what did they say? It was like something about like the moon? and Sirik, listen, you are never going to hear me give pushback about they need more Horde focus. The Horde just have less content. It's been that way since vanilla. They were just less completed. They have less quests. They have less polish on a lot of their things. Turtle, I genuinely don't believe they're doing it on purpose. I think it's just literally it is more difficult to generate content for Horde than it is for the Alliance. And that isn't, I don't mean that as like a scapegoat, like, oh, well, just harder. It's not that simply. It's that narratively, there's just so much more that's open-ended. So much more that isn't even established for the Horde at this point in time in like the WoW timeline, right? We're definitely on a divergent timeline, but there's so much that just we don't know. Like Magatha Grimtotem's storyline isn't really finished for the Tauren. You know, we don't really understand where the Forsaken fit in the world. We're still figuring that out. The orcs have a lot to reconcile with, like, their new world. And the orcs are some of the most well-written, you know? And we have the goblins. The goblins are actually in a decent spot, but that's because a lot of their stuff was made for turtle. Well, there's a lot of unanswered questions about the spot for the forest trolls in the horde. So, yeah, it's part of it is just because it's hard to do. It generally takes a while. I see DJ Shields here. Hello, DJ Shield. You better not be ruining my immersion. Exactly, Loch Ness. So, like, let's try to take like a microcosm, right? Let's think about, hey, we want to make a new area for the Alliance, right? Well, like, you already have stuff that's like written and known about this place called Northshire, for instance. Oh, let's just expand upon that. Then you go to the Horde side, you're like, let's make a new area for the Horde, and it's just crickets. Right, so you don't even have a framework to build off of, and so I do buy some of that excuse from the team that like it is harder to make stuff for the Horde. That being said, like it's a story, so the narrative focus is never going to be even. It just never works that way. So part of that is like, what can you do? Northwind feels just like Red Ridge. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I am still reserving my judgment for that. And I only say that because I don't really play Alliance. I have once upon a time, a long time ago. So I kind of know what Red Ridge feels like. I've wandered through there a little bit. But, there literally is stuff in the lore about Northshire, like even before turtles took it and ran, you know. So DJ Shield says, I did not know I was already visible. DJ Shield, I know the media GM account onboarding system is not robust. It is usually someone like myself or you asking experienced GMs who actually are real GMs, hey, how do you do this? Here's the tip I do. Whenever I need to go fly around to get a shot, when I need to fly around to be the eye in the sky, you press the button that sends you to GM Island. You go there, and then you press the button to make yourself invisible. And you should look in the middle of your screen, and it will say, you are now invisible, or you are now visible. You want the screen that's the writing that says you are now invisible to show up. When that one happens, then you can go where you need to go. It's okay. But the thing is like they don't... People who get access to media GM tunes don't always know exactly what they're doing. I don't hold it against you. You're doing Baylor right now? Pretty cool to see the new dungeons too. Oh yeah, judging. Like, Baylor's amazing. I love doing Baylor. And also, I will have to be fair here. Baylor, I'm going to argue, is actually a lot more Horde-centric. Like, not like purely Horde-centric, but like the storyline and themes there, what's going on there, and like how much the team wove into what was going on. It's actually way more Horde-centric. It's definitely a neutral area, but I feel like the Horde had more to do there. All right. So the fishing boat is dead. Let's see how many barnacle encrusted keys I got. Oh, I got 2. Bummer. 5 lightning eels. That's cool. Glossy mitefish. All right. Uh-oh. Guys, I want you to know. So let me show before doing. All right. Okay. So right here is something that I want to bring to... this is, again, this is a piece of news. This is a piece of information. I want people to know what's going on and maybe explain some stuff. This is part of the main patch notes. In the patch notes, we see a couple things. They're adjusting cooking recipes for more variety. What this means, if you are a fisher like myself, hot smoked bass, which comes from summer bass, is going to give 30 spirit. That's now the best spirit food. Glossy mite fish is now going to give spell penetration. I don't think there's a food that does that, so that's interesting. Mite fish is going to give 20 strength. I think that puts it on par with smoked desert dumplings. Dirge Chicken Chimera Chops is going to give stamina and dodge. That's pretty impactful. Doesn't have anything to do with fishing, but here is something that I have brought up to the team. I don't know what they're going to be able to do about it, but squid eel skewer. We do not know what the recipe is for this right now. However, what we do know is that barring them adding new fish to the game, there is 1 squid in the game and there are 2 eels. Between the 2 eels, I highly doubt it would be stone scale, because stone scales are already used in making the oils that's needed for other potions, armor reagents, and Titan's flasks. It's probably that's genuinely what like I would personally suggest, because lightning eels are used for nothing. There's like 1 quest that needs them. All right, so lightning eels you can get. They're a little tough. You can see in my bags I actually got 5 just from fishing right now. There's only 1 squid in the game though, and let me tell you why that is concerning. In the world of Warcraft, squid only appear in winter. They are called winter squid. Also, summer bass only show up in summer. That means, I think the way it works is there is a 3-month period of time when you cannot catch winter squid. There's transition periods where I think you can catch both, right? I think that's how it works, but why this is important is because 20 agility is 10 more agility than the best agility food. Rogues, hunters, certain shamans, feral druids, warriors, many classes are going to want a food that gives 20 agility, and they're really going to want it. The fact that we won't be able to reliably get winter squid, which is the only squid in the game, that makes this an issue, because it's gonna feel real bad for the team to make a cool recipe, and then it's gonna just piss off everyone who's like, "Oh, cool, yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to use your recipe, but I can't get the reagents." So like, I just want to hug someone. I'm like, oh, you're so close. It's so good. I love that you're giving fishers more reasons, more things they can do, more fish that are valuable. And then you do this, and I'm like, oh, we're so close. We were like so close to like perfection. Damn. Anyway, so what does that mean, guys? What does that mean? I'll tell you what that means. Check this out. Check out this little trick. I'm going to look at Northern Arc because it's a bigger market. It's an older market, I should say. But let's just take a look at Lightning Eel on WoW Auctions. We're going to take a look for the last month. I'm going to tell you historically, I honestly, I've never tracked Lightning Eel until recently. And this price point right here, this is the more normal price. And then it started getting high. And this kind of fluctuation you would occasionally see when people wanted to do the quests or whatever. And then you see it was starting to go back down towards 20. And then that note we just looked at came out about the squid eel skewer, and look at this price jump. I mean, I actually see a 5 gold in here. I think the cat's out of the bag about, you know, if they use stone scale, I mean, they could. I would highly doubt it. I wouldn't advise it. Let the lightning eels do something. So there's a lot of speculation there, and also we can look at winter squid. Winter squid. Now we're looking at a full month. The price on this usually goes between, like, low end is 70 silver, high end might be a gold 50. You'll see here there are periods of time where it's bumping into 270. So I don't think the speculation is as wild on this. But just bear that in mind. Also, by the way, there is every chance that what's going to happen is there's going to be a new squid, or there's going to be a zone where you can catch the winter squid year-round. I don't know what they're going to do. I did suggest those things to them. We'll see what happens. What made me go on this diatribe is I'm looking. Look what I caught. Raw summer bass. Now, if you start getting these, don't throw them away. They are now used in a very good food. If you get lightning eels, do not throw them away. They're used in a very good food, or probably used in a good food. Or even if they're not, they're selling like gangbusters on the auction house right now, so don't get rid of them. We do know for a fact that mitefish, both the glossy and the regular, are going to be used in much improved food, so don't get rid of them. I'm used to vendoring all of these fish. Maybe lightning eels I might try selling, just like on a chance I get someone. Raw white scale still has decent value. Oily blackmouth always has value. You just have to create it into something else. And then this is the stand-in for nightfin. So it's daytime. It's daytime allegedly in Telebim Island. Huh. You know, the way it's supposed to work is that when it's dawn or dusk, you get a 50-50 shot on nightfin or sunscale salmon. Seems like it's a 100% chance, but what do I know? Sheil, listen. Here's the problem with zone specific as a solution. Fishing is just terrible to work with in this client. So yeah, man. The thing is that I can't. Also, I hate that this is one of my favorite fishing spots, and I can't do anything with the barnacle encrusted keys. Well, let me get to land here. Yeah, it did, Nixius. We were talking about that earlier. Yeah, they were pretty. I mean, it's a mistake, you know. It is what it is. There's not much they can do to change it. Oh man, come on, get rid of these. See, this is the problem I have with fishing now. It's like, okay, so I have these. Can I just get rid of them? Nope, I have to write delete on every single one. I can't sell them, and I can't use them. I have to write delete every single time. But we're going to go check out Redwall Keep. Magroth, you're welcome to try to follow me, but I'm using the forbidden magics of my tabard, which will put me pretty close. If you have a quicker way there, by all means, but I doubt you're going to have a tabard as convenient for the purposes of going to Red Ridge. Yeah, so if you want to try to meet up with me, here, I'll actually let you group up with me. Oh, you're an evil twin right now. Cool. I'm heading for... I'm going to be heading for this region right here. No, it's all good. Because I want to go check out that fortress, because we heard that it's going to be part of a world PvP thing now. Oh, your guild was scrambling about it? Yeah. Why didn't you guys have your attunement done? I mean, don't you know that patch is going to be out this month? Oh. By the way, for the 4th birthday party of Blackwing Guard, the RPGMs put in a couple decorations. This isn't going to last forever, but they put this up for us. They had a couple other things. It was very nice of them. Shout out to the RPGMs. This is Blackwing Guard. One of the oldest still existing guilds on Nordnar. All right, so let's see. Red Ridge is like here. How close can I get that way? Just by riding on the ridge of the mountain. Dragon statue is at Birthright. I wish we could have kept it. I'm going to go to Red Ridge the stupid way. Oh. Yeah, Nixius, what guild are you in on Amber? Oof. I don't think I'd live that fall. I don't know if I'm going to live this fall. Whew, damn. Whoa, what's that there? I don't think I've ever explored over here, guys. What am I looking at? See, Red Ridge is here, so I'm just trying to work my way along the ridge here, but I don't know who that is. Well, the ridges bring me this way anyway, so... There's a cave right there. What is it? What's my subzone? It says I'm still in Burning Steppe. I don't recall any of this. All right, I'm just I'm gonna see if I can keep going on the ridge, because I don't know if I can get back up if I go down. Nixius, I have not heard from Acalix in a long time, sadly. I had some assurances that I believe that he is fine, happy and healthy, and I couldn't ask for anything else. He's a great dude. Obviously, all the BS that happened was, a lot of BS. So, if he can't keep going on as the head of PR for Turtle, I would not hold that against him. I have no idea where this is going to put me if I jump down. Well, I don't know if... You know what? Maybe we're going to go check out that camp now. At least it looks like I can go on that camp. And we're going to put on our parachute cloak now. I don't think I can get back up this way. Yeah, it really is a bummer, but, my name isn't on that lawsuit. I know the investigation at least wants to involve me. I believe, because my Google account's got subpoena notices about the lawsuit. And even that, you know, is nerve-wracking. So I can't imagine the amount of stress Akalix was under. And you have to remember, too, that, you know, he's been the target of a lot of attacks before. So, like, it's tough. But if he's happy and he's healthy, I could do nothing but wish him the best. See, look, we're already in Red Ridge. That wasn't tough. The real question is, can I jump down from here? Or if I can, where can I? Oh yeah, look, there's the lake. Is there a safe spot for me to come down? Probably not. Fortunately, I'm a rogue, so I can just kind of drop wherever. Pretty much, Raukangren, pretty much. To say hello to everyone. Don't mind me. I'm not an imposing orc. I'm just walking around. All right, we wanna head over here, I believe, because I think, from what I remember, yeah, it's the one that borders the Swamp of Sorrows. So it was like here-ish. I remember because I've been there before. Right? It's like, yeah, man, where's my royalties? And then, after we check out Redwall Keep, I think I'll take us over to Darkshire, where I have it on good authority there is a DJ show going on. And maybe I'll sign off over there. And you guys can go join the party with Everlook Broadcasting's finest, DJ Crustman. I believe he is live right now, too. So if you do not find my exploratory, meandering stuff as entertaining, by all means, go tune into the radio. Oh, wait. Is this the spot where... Hold on. I think I need to go around. Oh, thank you. Good... Raukangren, thank you. You reminded me of that thing because I'm not a real streamer. I can raid him. I think. I mean, wait, is he live? He is live. Great, great. I will do an extra show tomorrow at 18 hours, server time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 19 Central Eastern time. Fake streamer orc. I am many things, but a streamer is not. I'm a streamer in that I stream, but I am not good at it, nor am I professional. So you guys paying attention on the map where I am? Behold, Redwall Keep. So this is something that is set to be part of a world PvP event, some kind of conquest event thing they're going to be doing. Now, this is the state it's been in. There's a couple things they've added, I feel. I wish I could remember. I've been here before on stream, and I do not remember when, but we, like, wandered and found this one day. But look, you have, like, all these old buildings. You can get up on the battlements here. Hunters and ranged casters going to have a... Could you imagine trying to defend this? This would be great to defend. Now, there's no, like, objectives. There's no NPCs, as far as I know, that are as part of this area. But I will say this stuff right here, this is new. I pretty distinctly remember there not being any palisades. So they have done some stuff to it. And I feel like some of these carts and bones were not here. That I can't remember as distinctly. Okay. So this is the Night Elf flag, right? That's the High Elf stuff. That's the Dwarfy stuff. And that's the human stuff. They have a by the way, this was not here. This was not here. Is it Wildhammer? Oh yeah, it is Wildhammer because it has the griffins on the front. It's not the bronze beards or the ones that live in Ironforge. It's not those guys. Really? Why is that here? I'm interested. Oh, wait, what's that? Let's see. What are these? I feel like I should know these. Is this Argent Dawn? Is this... What is this? Can some of the lore smiths tell me what I'm looking at? So that's the Order of the Silver Hand, Stormpike, Stormguard, and Stormwind. Oh yeah, and there's Kulturas, right? I know that one. Oh wow, look at this. They have textures. Let me zoom in here. These are textures of, let's see. I'm gonna try to look at this the right way. So this is Eastern Kingdoms. Look at this the right way. This is South Shore, right? Yep, because there's the wall. And then this is just a world map. Yeah, the Lordaeron flag. Yep. So these okay, I will say I've seen this in game. I know I've seen this in Turtle. I don't know where these are in game. I've never seen them. I think I've seen the Ruin version of this in Undercity areas. I feel like I would recognize this if I know it's from the Night Elves, but I can't think of any time I've ever seen this. This is kind of crazy. Also, why are the Wildhammers here? And guys, is this how we found out that Turtle WoW is kicking the gnomes out of the Alliance? Where's the gnomes? Oh no, little Karen isn't here. Guys, don't tell little Karen. She's gonna be so sad. No. Oh, little Karen, I'm sorry you had to find out this way. There's a second level up there too. Look for a smaller flag. I've been looking. I don't see it. Oh man, I can't believe they've had it in front of our faces this whole time. Maybe it's going to be on the second floor. What is this? Oh, I know. Nick says, what do you mean wait? I'm running around exploring. There ain't no waiting. We're going to check out the other buildings. Gnome hatred is real, and you know what, guys? They don't deserve all of it. They deserve some of it, sure. Some kind of a supply tent. That's just a forge. I just wanted to show off where it was. I didn't think I would find some new stuff. This is kind of crazy. Oh, here we go. We got some new stuff. Oh, it very well could be. All right. So, are any of these alchemy tables? I mean, they are, but they don't count as alchemy labs. So, I'm a little concerning about all the torture. Is this the gnome area? Is this what gnomes do? It is a little interesting. We haven't seen any gnome iconography, but the only thing I've found is a torture chamber. Also, that is a door, my man. What? Is this tower hollow? It is? Okay. Can I jump through this or anything? No. All right. Interesting. We are learning. I don't know what we're learning, but we're learning something. Yeah, it doesn't have any handles. It might be like part of an objective. All right, so we saw the laboratory on that side, so we're going to go to this side. Check out what's in this one. This looks like a bunk. All right. Got some stairs here. This one isn't decorated with anything. And that one goes back to the lab. Anything? All right. I'm assuming all these towers are hollow. Well, yeah, they're hollow, but they don't have anything in the bottom. Yep, okay. I think something big's gonna happen here for these world PvP events. Now I don't know what they're gonna do with. They said there was gonna be one in Hillsbrad Foothills, but I don't know where that's gonna be exactly. Interesting thing to note too. I'm pretty sure the way we're looking right now, we're looking directly at Swamp of Sorrows. Like Swamp of Sorrows would just be that way. So you know. If you're Alliance and you want to sneak in, this is how you get in. I did want to check out this roof before I go, though. Are you a scalable roof? Nope. All right. Well, it was worth a shot. So, yeah, this is Red Ridge Keep. Red Ridge something. All right, how do I get out? There it is. Now we gotta get to Darkshire. Hold on, let me see if I can snoop and see where the party is. Oh no. Poor Magroth finally caught up to me and now I'm leaving. You're a real one, Magroth. Also, you should check out the keep too if you're just curious. There's a lot to see there. I'm pretty sure there's like a 3 corners thing that's going to be going on here. So I can... One of these is to... Duskwood? Where was the invitation? There was an invitation. Hold on. Over in radio news. Darkshire Graveyard? Why? Wait. Hold on. Wait. Darkshire? I thought it was Duskwood. Am I crazy? Am I losing my mind? What is Darkshire? It's a city. It's the... Oh, that... Oh, okay. That's what that is. Okay. So go Duskwood. Oh, okay. Because, like, in my brain, I'm like, no, it's called Duskwood. I thought that was the name of the town. My bad, guys. It's a village, whatever. Yeah. We found it. That's what matters. We found it. /Pat. And don't forget, there's also Dark Shore. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's one. That one mixes me up too. And because I told hold on, which way is which? This is Duskwood. Okay. I told Rao Kangren I would actually raid DJ Crustman. I have to figure out how to do that. I think I've done it once. I've done it like once or twice. I do not remember what to do though. I think I just do /raid on Twitch. Yeah, I think so. What's his username? By the way, the World Boundary. You didn't, don't worry, Magroth, you didn't disappear. It's just World Boundary. Does he have a Twitch channel? Don't think. Oh, he doesn't? Well, if he doesn't have a Twitch channel, then I'm not going to be able to raid him on Twitch. I can raid him. I can raid him in game. I have brought my retinue of Magroth. I've showed up with my most intimidating. Wait, hold on, Magroth, hold on. We need more intimidating mounts. Let me actually get like my raid gear on. Maybe I can scare someone. So I'm gonna put this away, and then we're gonna bring this back out. Boom. Yeah. Right, and then oh wait, no. You know what? I'm gonna scare them even more. I want to blow their mind. Ancient. Okay, I do have it on me. We have to make an impression. We want them to know we mean business. And there's only one way to do that. Show them that I have a Thunder Fury. And I'm going to show up on my yes. Oh no, that's good. That's good. I'd argue yours is scarier than mine. Mine's just a dragon. But yours is like a scary scorpion. Scorpions don't get that big. Dragons get this big. This is normal for dragons. They said it was happening in their graveyard. Oh, I don't want to get flagged necessarily. Not yet. It's not time. All right. They said, hold on, wait. Was that a joke? According to the invitation, it says it's in Darkshire Graveyard. The entire zone is a graveyard. What are you talking about? I forget how long I've been on the server too, all the time, Nixius. You think I'd be a better player? Although, I don't want to fight. Where's... Okay, hold on. Is there anyone... Oh, you see it? Okay, I'll go to you. Oh, it's in that graveyard. Okay. Okay, look, there's a graveyard here, and there's a graveyard here, and I think there's one in the town as well, so... You know, excuse me for not knowing which graveyard you're talking about. Oh crap, I'm not on my intimidating mount. Time to party. See, I rated him in game, guys. All right. So, I know it wasn't an incredibly long stream, but I wanted to do some news, and then I got some other errands I have to attend to. So I will leave it off here for now. If you want to go back and look over to see what some of the stuff I was talking about, I went over the PvP patch notes, what happened with Ambershire and their Emerald Sanctum, shadow dropping, and a couple other things. But for now, I'm going to be wrapping up here. If you're still playing, you still want to keep grooving, come hang out over in Nordinar. Come out to the DJ party. Come listen to some good tunes. Have a good time here with Crustman. Or if you're not on Nordinar, just tune into the radio. And if you want to hook up with their Discord, I have it pinned in chat. You want to hear my excuse for no Warcraft 2 streams? Literally, Wednesdays just suddenly became my busiest day at work. There's your excuse. I don't know what to tell you. If I get home and I've done a 12-hour workday, I ain't streaming shit. All right. You guys be good, okay? Sorry, I was checking something. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another when you're playing games. Make sure you're having fun because that's the point. And as always, remember, the deadliest weapon is knowledge. Bye, guys.